In today's video, we're going to be talking about a major mistake that I made as a real estate agent and a homeowner. When I say I mean my husband and I. And we made this mistake, and I'm going to share my story with you and share you kind of some of the numbers, and hopefully you'll be able to make a little bit of a better educated decision on what you're planning on doing when it comes to homeownership. And we're going to get to that right now. If you're new to this channel and you want to learn all there is to know about the Kansas City metropolitan area, whether that is eating, sleeping, learning about the suburbs, what to do entertainment purposes, all things Kansas City, then you've come to the right place. Hi, my name is Anita and I've been a licensed real estate agent in the Kansas City metropolitan area for over 20 years. And I love getting calls and texts and emails from people who need help in making their transition. And I get text messages and emails all the time. And I love helping people just like you make those transitions. So if you are needing help, be sure and call me and I would love to help you as well. So as I said, today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a story about my personal journey of homeownership and why I feel like I made a major mistake, and then we'll just go from there and let you decide whether or not I made a mistake and let you take on this information and see if it helps you make a decision. Back in 1998, I got married, and before that I was a single mom. I was a single mom for 7 years, and during that time I just didn't think that I could qualify. I thought for whatever reason you had to have a dual income and I would probably never qualify. And in 1999 we decided to go ahead and purchase a property, and when we went and got pre-approved, my husband hadn't been with his job long enough and there were some other things, and so the lender could only get us pre-approved by using my income. I know, I could have gotten qualified way before this and I didn't. Come to find out, through the course of being a real estate agent, I have helped so many single people purchase a home. It's pretty fascinating. We purchased a little 3-bedroom, 2-bath home for $144,500. Well, we stayed in that property. We built a life there. We raised our family there. We fostered kids there. We made a lot of memories. And then 18 years later, we decided to go ahead and buy my in-laws' property. So we moved from one side of the city all the way to the other side of the city to start a new life. In the course of that transaction, we're trying to make a decision on whether or not we should keep that house and rent it out, or take our equity and pay off some debt and buy another little investment property. Well, we decided to do the second choice, sell the property and go ahead and buy another little investment property and see what that entailed. So in 2017, we sold our house for $2,010. When we sold it, we purchased another little property. It was an old foreclosed property and we bought it for $26,000. We put about $15,000 in it in the course of 2 years, and then we sold it for $55,000. Well, when we sold it, we had rented for 2 years and we made roughly around $400 each month. There were a couple of times where we gave our renters grace, and so we didn't charge them a couple of months worth of rent, so we ate those months and then we sold it. Well, in the course of the real estate market and appreciation and what have you, in 5 years, from 2017 to now, that one property that we bought, the little investment property, is now worth about $65,000. It's got a new roof on it, or at least a 3-year-old roof, and then some other little updates, but right now it's worth about $65,000. The other property that we sold back 5 years ago for $210 is now worth about $345,000. I eat this decision every day when I'm out with clients. Now, was that first property my forever home? No. Did it provide a wonderful, wonderful investment and a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for us to raise our family? Yes. If I would have had to go back over and do everything over again, I would have never sold that first property. I would have rented it out and made this much amount of money probably. And even if I would have made about the same amount of dollars, so in this little investment property, we only made about $300 a month, but we did a lot of things. We had to put on a new roof. We did a lot of upgrades to it. We had to upgrade the kitchen a little bit and we had to put a couple new windows in. On the other property, we had already had it fixed up to sell. There wasn't a lot of things that we would have needed to do over time. But even if we would have made the same amount of money in the course of those 2 years, we would have had 3 more years of potential rent. And then on top of that, if we would have used it as an Airbnb, we could have made even more money. But the reality of it is we made that choice. People ask me all the time, when is a great time to buy? And the reality of it is always a great time to buy. The reason why is because real estate has traditionally always gone up in value. In fact, we bought that property back way before 2008. So when we went through the whole 2008 issue with the market, we lost about $50,000 in equity during that time. But as you can see, all the way now, it can sell for about $345, $350, and we would have made all of that if we would have sold it and held on to it. So my message to you is, if you're considering purchasing a property right now and you're just not for sure when the good time is, now is a good time. This is just my example of what we did and what I wished we would have done differently. Real estate is always going to be around, and it's always good to have some kind of asset to your name. That's my opinion. That's my experience. If you felt that this video was informative and gave you a little bit of perspective and you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and click that bell so that you can be the first to learn about something that I post. My contact information is going to be in the description. So if you have any questions, feel free to try private message me, direct me, text me, email me, call me, whatever, because I love talking real estate all day long. And as always, to buy or sell, call Anita Cordell, #AnitaHome.